The music written by Miles Davis, he calls So What?
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And today we're checking out Miles Davis for the first time. I needed to leave a pause in there because I'm actually discovering Miles Davis. I don't know if I'm familiar with any of Miles Davis's music. I'm familiar with his name. That's about it. I don't even know what we're getting into musically. Right now, it seems like we're in the jazz space, right? But I don't know. I'm getting a total introduction. I'm actually somewhat embarrassed. But it's better to just be humble and show up and be willing to learn and be a student of the game than me to act arrogant, like, oh, I knew who this was, blah, blah, blah. So I'm okay with that. I know. It's kind of interesting. You know what's funny is my dad probably rocks with Miles Davis heavily. I was just in a different place, growing up. And he wasn't like, my dad wasn't like, yeah, listen to this record, son. This is this person or that person. He more so handed us down our physical life. Like, I got introduced to martial arts at a very young age, and I've been doing martial arts my whole life because of my father and my introduction to Bruce Lee, which is just, I'm so thankful for. It's a huge part of my life, my passion, my purpose. But, he was a music head too. My dad, like, half of these records are his. I just took them from his basement and put them in here. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're checking out Miles Davis for the first time. It's a blind reaction. It's a first-time reaction. If you're here for that, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
City boy! City
They
boy!
tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. I accidentally hit the City Boy, but we got the real intro going. Here we are. Now, the song we're checking out today is So What? I don't even think I said that in the beginning because I'm so enthralled that I've heard of Miles Davis. I know he's iconic or great. I just, it's just the truth. I just don't know him. So we're checking it out today. If you guys would like to check out some of my original content on this channel, do so. I have another channel, Pegasus vs. the World, where I do movie reactions and some reviews on stuff like that. All the music reactions, they happen on this channel. If you want access to these reactions early, there's a link in the description. That gives you early access. I try to update it every single day. There's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released yet, and the membership is the way you can support the channel, right? With all the crazy YouTube copyright stuff going on, essentially, for me to even do reactions or prioritize it, the membership is what helps that. There's no obligation, though. I just thank you guys for watching, leaving a like and a comment. That's all the support you need to do. However, if you're a member, thank you for helping me keep the lights on. Anyways, let's get this popping. We're checking out Miles Davis for the very first time ever in life. The song is called So What? And I'm here for it. I'm all ears, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm watching this from his official YouTube channel. I'd love for you to go over there and watch this without me, just meaning this reaction, what I'm doing is never a substitute for the original. I'm not redistributing the music. I always want you guys to support the original where it's at. And, I always want to show love at the beginning. Here we go. This is Miles Davis, So What?
The music written by Miles Davis, he calls So What?
He looks familiar. I can't pinpoint who that is, the dude talking at the beginning, but he looks familiar. Let's see where this goes. Got it turned up all the way, too. Sounds like an older recording. Dum, dum, dum. right, so was that Miles Davis playing that trumpet? He's a trumpet player. Looks like we got a sax coming in. I don't know why. Maybe you guys can clarify. I always correlate the moment I hear something like this with the East Coast. I feel like I'm sitting in, a very tall building, and I could just sit in like the window pane area and just look out the window and watch the city move to music like this. And it's the perfect contrast, right? The fast pace, the breath of the city, and the more calm pace of the music. But there is like something, I don't know, that's what initially gets me. Also, this music specifically, when I take my wife out to eat at certain restaurants, typically it'll be more like a fine dining type of experience. They'll play stuff like this. And I think there's a reason for that. Anyways, I always feel calm and collected. I don't know, this like soothed me. Like a lot of times I get on these reactions and I'm like overly energetic and wilding out, and I'm still enthusiastic, but there's a time and a place, and music puts you in different moods. And this sincerely just makes me feel calm. It makes me, makes me feel like curling up with my family in front of the fireplace on a cold winter day. Like I said, being in like a skyscraper, looking out at the city lights and the night come to life in a city like New York while this is playing. This is great. This is great. And I wouldn't have been open to this as a young man. I wouldn't have listened to this at all. I wouldn't even give it a chance. That's why I probably never did. But I'm here now. Let's listen. I think the significance here comes from the beginning statement from the brother who brought us the intro. I believe the significance is Miles Davis wrote all of this music, and now we're highlighting what he wrote through different musicians playing, and I think maybe he started it off. I'm not sure. I probably should just look. Let me see. Can you pull up a picture of Miles Davis for me, please? Question mark. Because yeah, like I said, the reason I don't do the research, some people get mad. They're like, why don't you do the research before you do reactions? Because that spoils the reaction. I don't want to know everything. I want to learn as I go. I learn from the comments. I learn from watching. I interpret things. I don't want someone to tell me what the interpretation is supposed to be. I want to be a human and have my own interpretation, my own thoughts. And I also think that's going to be the future of YouTube when all the AI slop takes over. Coming to someone you can trust is going to actually be being human, being imperfect is going to be more important than the perfect AI slop that you get. Okay. Black and white photo, please, from back in the day. All right, we'll keep it going, though. That's Miles Dave. That's him. I could tell. The pictures don't do him justice. They sent all these like new pictures of him, like more modern. That's him though with the sig. That's him. He was playing at the beginning with the trumpet player. That's gotta be him. That's gotta be him. I just looked it up. I'm going to bring it back because I don't want to miss anything. This song, So What, came out in 1959. You know, we're seeing all these people play music together. Again, the key component, music, bringing people together. And we know the civil rights movement was going crazy right during this time. I don't know, man. This is just, I wanted to take a moment to highlight this and what this means. You know, not just for Miles Davis, but for all the musicians involved, and that someone like myself in the year 2026 could rewatch this in awe, you know, learn a little something, but also like the time period shift, you know. So much has changed since then, and people like this, all these people working together and making music, you know, I've benefited from this, right? And I'm talking more from the social space and the you know, how our country America has changed since that time, how we all work together more so now than ever. But even seeing this, I don't know, there's just something beautiful here that I wanted to take a time to highlight. I brought it back a little bit. Let's keep it moving. It's just so elegant and classy. I should have wore a suit for this reaction. I want to bring it back to the beginning and just make sure I heard that correct. Let me just play that one part real quick.
The music written by Miles Davis, he calls So What?
From that intro, I'm guessing Miles Davis wrote all of this music. I could be incorrect. You guys tapping into the comments. Put me on game, man. It's obvious I should know about Miles Davis. And it's actually kind of embarrassing, but I'm okay with being humble and learning. Just, you know, it's good to learn until you're gone, right? Learn something new every day. I wanted to go crazy down this rabbit hole, start looking up, what was his impact? What was this? What was that? Because you got to remember, from where I came from, you know, in the rap space, there were certain rap niches and genres that were very heavily influenced by jazz. The key group, one of the biggest groups in the Hall of Fame, was Tribe Called Quest, right? And these, bass lines and undertones, you would hear that in the rap music. And this is before people discredit rap and say it's nonsense and this, when there's actually a message, substance, and it was the punk rock of its time, right? Also, you know, the homie, man, I got to tour with Guru from Gangstar, and he had the album Jazzmatazz. I just, me personally, jazz wasn't ever, I don't know, I just never really gave it a chance. And here I am giving it a chance, and it's delightful. It's delightful. It has its place and time, and I would absolutely play something like this. And I feel really calm right now. I'm going to end this because this is what I need, that woo-saw for my weekend. My weekend starts right now. Anyways, that was my introduction to Miles Davis, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys love music and you want to put some game in the comments. Let me know what else I should check out from Miles Davis and other artists. And thank you for being here. Anyways, like, share, comment, subscribe, support the original content. That's Miles Davis, that is. Go watch that on his channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.